GCMMA boys coming to you this week with our Blanchfield versus Barber prediction. It feels good to be back, guys. It's been about 13 or 14 days since the last upload. We apologize that it took a little longer in the week for us to upload this. We had a couple opportunities, but we're trying our best to gradually be more and more coherent in these videos, and this was probably the best opportunity for us to get it knocked out. So we just hope you guys see this before the card.
Yeah, we tried to get this done earlier in the week, but it would not have been a good product, to say the least.
And speaking of good product, guys, we wanted to just, tell you two different things. One, we thought it would be a great idea with the new season of The Ultimate Fighter happening if we kind of tried our best to watch each of those episodes and then give a reaction to what happened. And same thing with the Contender series. We'll try and do that shit, but for now, let's focus on the Ultimate Fighter. We just kind of want to try and watch it every week and give a recap and our opinion on it. And the other thing, boys, is Monday is whenever we're going to start trying to give you guys the other sports plays. He has been fucking hot with the player props inside of MLB. I've been doing all right with the team stuff. It's good. It's been going a little bit rogue recently, but we're going to just give it a test drive, guys, and really just try to start putting out some more and different kind of content.
Yeah, boys, it's about time that we start uploading more and more on this channel. Like you said, we're probably going to watch the Ultimate Fighter, the first episode after this, and record a reaction for that. But yeah, boys, I'm excited to get back in and get active on this channel. So starting off, first fight on the card, we've got Balaji Oki versus Michael Aswell. Balaji's a minus 360 favorite, and I'm not comfortable laying him minus 360 when he got submitted by Chris Duncan in his last fight.
And he went to split decision with Timothy Kwamba.
Yeah, that Timothy Kwamba is not the best fighter, guys.
Look, guys, this kind of also ties in. We didn't do a recap of the last card, but we did that was probably the shittiest we did inside of our prediction record this far. But with that being said, it's because we had the Gabe Green versus a guy making his debut, some guy making his debut against Connor Matthews. There were just fights where one of the two guys we never even heard of. So cut us some slack on that. But with this, we did see Michael Aswell on the Contender series. He's actually a friend of one of my buddies who lives out in Houston. He trains with Josh Van and those guys out there. And he lost a very close split decision against Bogdan Grad on the Contender series. And Bogdan Grad came into the UFC and fucked up whatever the guy's name was that they put in front of him for his debut. So I don't think it's really that bad of a loss. Balaji Oki, like we kind of said, he's not really done anything inside of the UFC yet. Split decision win and a submission loss. It's I'm going to just take Aswell stepping in on short notice because you see with Cameron Smotherman, sometimes the guys making their debuts just come in and actually run some shit. So I'll take Michael Aswell to run that.
Yeah, I like Aswell here at plus 285. He's worth a little sprinkle. Moving on, we've got Jordan Levitt, the Monkey King versus Kurt Hollowball. And holy... I think I'm going to go Kurt Hollowball here. I know that Jordan Levitt, he lost his last fight against Chase Hooper. He got submitted by Chase Hooper. But Chase Hooper is a new type of fighter now. He actually is running shit. So you can get on that loss if you want, but submitted by Paddy Pimblett. Everyone else he's beat.
But who is everybody else?
He won a split decision over Trey Ogden, submitted Matt Sales, and KO'd Victor Martinez.
All right, guys. Yeah, I'm going to go with Kurt Hollowball as well. I've actually seen the majority of people taking Kurt Hollowball, but the odds keep going in Jordan Levitt's favor, so there's a little bit of suspiciousness in the back of my mind with this. But, I mean, Kurt Hollabaugh really doesn't suck or anything like that.
He put on a close fight against Hernandez.
And when we took that one the fighting nerds, he had that Kares Singhi or whatever.
Krushki.
Yeah, he kicked that guy's ass pretty much. I mean, he's not the greatest fighter in the world, but he definitely doesn't suck that bad.
And he's a tough motherfucker. That's for sure.
Yeah, I think he could probably knock out Jordan Levitt, but if Jordan Levitt gets him on the ground or something, we've seen Kurt Hollabaugh be able to be dominated.
Yeah, that's what makes the pick kind of on that, because if this gets to the ground, Kurt Hollabaugh
is done for.
Is probably going to go rogue, but I don't know if I'm betting on that fight. Probably not.
Yeah, we're not betting on any of these first two fights, boys. We're taking the big dogs in these first 2-1. So, just for the record.
Yeah. Moving on, Alan Nascimento versus Rafael Filho.
In my mind, this is another underdog pick. I definitely like Filho more. Yeah, maybe it's not that impressive. He submitted O'Day Osborne in his last one, but I just like how aggressive that guy looked, and he was like attacking submissions and shit. You could say the same about Nascimento. I personally don't remember ever seeing this motherfucker
Nascimento's
fight.
Been out for 2 years. 2 years and 4 months.
It's pretty.
Yeah, give me the guy at plus money who's been more active. I know he submitted O'Day Osborne a year ago, but he was active in that year. This guy's he's 33 and he's sat out the last 2 years. So give me Rafael Filho here.
Yeah, I mean, these guys like on paper are just like very similar to each other, I feel like. So if you got those two things, I just trust in Filho a little bit more.
I agree. Moving on, boys, we've got Zach Reese versus Dusko Tudorovic. I'm going Zach Reese here. This is going to be a beatdown, boys. He's about to whoop this guy's ass. Are you kidding me? Dusko Thunder Todorovic. Like, come on.
Go to the record. Knocked out
He got knocked out by Mansour. He whooped his ass. That was only 6 months ago. I don't like that but Zach Reese also got fucked up recently.
But that was against the dude who just fought Ryan Loder.
Yeah, Azamat Pekoev. That guy is raw. I just don't see where Dusko is better than Zach Reese anywhere where this fight goes.
I don't know a single guy that I would pick Dusko to beat inside of the fucking UFC, to be honest. Like, he's one of those kind of guys.
His last win was 2 years ago. He KO'd.
And before that,
Makai Pitolo.
And he got knocked out by Puny Healy Soriano. Okay, guys.
Zach Reese.
Zach Reese, he's a little bit shinny. I don't see this guy catching him, to be honest. This is who's getting caught first, and I trust Zach Reese to come out and fuck him up.
Yeah, I trust Zach Reese to hold it down and get another knockout victory. Probably in the first round. I don't see this fight going outside the first round. But moving on, boys, to the main card, we've got Dustin Jacoby versus Bruno Lopez. Oh my God.
A lot of people I just don't think are showing just Dustin Jacoby his respect in this position.
He's a dog, bro. Dustin Jacoby is a dog.
And he's a vet. I mean, you can't just base a prediction off of the fact he knocked out Vitor Petrino. He went to war with Alonzo Menafield. Yes, obviously him getting cracked by Dominic Reyes isn't the greatest look. But the Contender Series and inside of the UFC, we've not seen Bruno Lopez knock somebody out because of head strikes. I don't really see him catching Dustin Jacoby, and I don't really see him out-grappling Dustin Jacoby. He's been in the UFC for a long fucking time and has a lot of experience inside of the octagon against much better opponents than this guy.
Yeah, we saw him at the UFC Tampa event, and you fucking beat the hell out of Vitor Petrino. We saw him in the hotel lobby
with a drink, taking pictures with people and smiling and shit.
That's the type of guy I'm trying to back, so give me Dustin Jacoby here.
Yeah, we might bet him, to be honest, boys. We'll see, but he's probably the most likely so far for us to bet.
Moving on, we've got Ramiz Brahimajov Bramaj versus Billy Goff.
I'm gonna bet Billy Goff, to be honest with you guys here. He showed a ridiculous amount of heart in that fight at UFC St. Louis last year against Trey Waters, and I get it.
I thought he won that fight.
Yeah,
to be honest.
I'm not saying Trey Waters is great or anything, but he was kicking Billy Goff's ass, and through the whole fight, Billy Goff was not gassing. He was still there running it, and I just think that he's got a bit more grit than this guy. Who is Bramaj lost to?
Themba Gorimbo, he lost a decision to him, and then 3 years ago he got submitted by Michael Gilmore. I'm sorry. He submitted Michael Gilmore. He lost a decision to Court McGee 3 years ago.
Oh yeah, all right guys, give me Billy Ray Goff. The odds are pretty juiced, but I think that it's pretty justified in this spot. Billy Ray Goff is definitely a good prospect, and I would be willing to back him.
He's a huge favorite, but we might have to lay the juice, boys.
Let's see how the rest of tonight goes.
Yeah. I'm waiting to see a Carpenter. But moving on, we've got Mateusz Gamrot versus Ludwig Klein. Ludwig Klein, he doesn't suck. He's a good fighter, but this is a pretty big step up in competition for him. I didn't like that he went to decision with Roosevelt Roberts.
On short notice.
Yeah, that doesn't sit right with me, but...
And I mean, come on, guys. His last finish in the UFC was AJ Cunningham. Are we supposed to consider that to be raw?
I can't believe we fucking picked him.
Guys, we've said our piece on Gamrot before. We don't like the crotch sniffing guys. We bet on Dan Hooker against him in his last fight, but like he said, this is just an insane step up in competition, in my opinion. He's like, number 7 or number 8 in the world. Ludwig Klein's not fought anybody ranked. He usually goes to decision. I can't see him finishing Gamrot, and I just can't see Gamrot losing. Gamrot does put on a really good pace.
He's a decision master.
I mean, if you guys remember the fight he had with Sarukian, that was 5 rounds of just back and forth grappling, and I think that he is able to put it on. His last loss, like we said, was Dan Hooker, and I think Dan Hooker kicks Ludwig Klein's ass if they fought.
Dan Hooker knocks him out.
If they fought each other. So I do like Ludwig Klein. It's no disrespect to him. We've obviously picked him a bunch here on the channel before, but I'm probably going to bet Gamrot just because this is a step up in competition.
Yeah, and I'd rather Ludwig Klein win, don't get me wrong, but fucking Gamrot is the crotch sniffing decision master, so I think he gets this done. Moving on, the main event, boys. Erin Blanchfield versus Maycee Barber. I'm going to go Blanchfield here. Barber looked fucked. She looked like a whole different person in that weigh-in, so I don't think that's going to bode too well for her in this fight. Give me Blanchfield.
Yeah, and I mean, even before the weigh-in was going, I was seriously considering, since it's been a week off without a card, whenever it gets these higher level of women's fights, I'm actually kind of willing to pay a little bit of attention and bet on them. I do think Erin Blanchfield's actually pretty solid. She went 5 rounds with Firo. I can't remember if that was 5 rounds or 3 rounds. I'm pretty damn sure.
I think it was 5 rounds. It was like a main event.
Yeah, that it was 5 rounds against Fiora. And yeah, maybe she didn't win, but she got good 5-round experience against someone who just contended for the title. Then she comes back and goes and beats Rose Namajunas, and I think that may have been 5 rounds. I can't fucking remember which was 5 rounds or not. But I just think Blanchfield's faced the better competition. I think that she's much better at what she does best than Maycee Barber is. I think that Erin Blanchfield's much better at controlling people on the ground than Maycee Barber is striking at range or whatever. 5 rounds. I think maybe Maycee Barber can take a couple of the rounds, but I think Erin Blanchfield will win just based on control time and the dominance, and that we're not going to give this fight any more of our attention, boys.
Yeah, it's good to be back, boys. Filming again. We're going to watch this card Saturday, see what happens, and we'll we'll catch y'all boys in the next one.
Yeah, boys, we look forward to getting your feedback on some of the new content. It might be a little bit shaky starting out till we figure out how we want to do the layout and everything, but we're trying some new shit, guys. We got to do something, you know what I mean? So we hope you boys enjoy this card as much as possible, and GCMMA out.
See y'all, motherfuckers.